Making headlines this hour, President Dr. Mohammad Moizu affirms that public opinion will be sought before introducing any amendments to laws, describing the referendum on Addu city's administrative zones as a historic milestone. Parliament moves to formulate new rules governing the conduct of visitors, including journalists, during legislative proceedings. The First Lady Sajida Muhammad officially launches a new Health Establishment Management System (HEMS). Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Minha Maroof. President Dr. Mohammad Moizu affirms that public opinion will be sought before introducing any amendments to laws, describing the referendum on Addu city's administrative zones as a historic milestone. Speaking in the 9th edition of the Rayithunna Echo podcast, the President referred to the upcoming local council elections and the administrative measures that must be implemented by the Elections Commission to facilitate the vote. Reflecting on concerns voiced by the residents of Addu city during his presidential campaign, the President recalled his pledge to find sustainable solutions to issues surrounding the formation of the atoll as a city. He reiterated that under the decentralized system of governance, it would be the citizens who ultimately determine how the city is administered. The President confirmed that the Elections Commission will hold a referendum once the relevant bill is passed and ratified. He explained that the October referendum would finalize a decision on whether to add the suffix Addu to each island in the atoll, and consequently whether each island should elect its own council or whether the existing Addu City Council would continue to administer all islands, as is currently the case. Hailing the referendum as a historic and significant vote, President Dr. Moizu said it underscored his administration's commitment to a citizen-centric approach to governance. He also reflected on efforts to safeguard the independence of the judiciary. Noting that the current system hampers its independent operations, he stated that amendments to next year's budget would address this issue. A percentage of the budget allocated as block grants would be earmarked to ensure the judiciary's independent functioning, with a significant share of funds dedicated to this purpose. The President further addressed public concerns over the remuneration of former presidents and members of parliament, noting that the existing arrangements were misaligned with the nation's economic realities and required revision. Highlighting other planned reforms, he pointed to amendments designed to provide larger budgets for women's development committees and adjustments to the block grant formula for councils. He also emphasized changes to the operations of the State Trading Organization (STO) aimed at ensuring the continuous supply for essential goods. Following a contentious few days that saw a chaotic committee meeting and floor protests, Parliament moves to formulate new rules governing the conduct of visitors, including journalists, during legislative proceedings. The announcement came after the new bill on media regulation was passed. Despite strong opposition from some journalists and the political opposition, the controversy stems from the review of the Media and Broadcasting Regulation Bill by the Parliamentary Committee on Independent Institutions. The committee worked largely behind closed doors, sparking dissatisfaction from journalists. Deputy Speaker Ahmad Nazim, who presided over the final extraordinary session on Tuesday, stated that some visitors had obstructed the work of the committee. He announced that a report on the matter had been submitted by the Sergeant of Arms and would be referred to the Parliamentary General Committee. Nazim said during the committee meeting, two lawmakers had also clashed, resulting in damage to the sound system, which will be referred to the Parliamentary Ethics Committee for further investigation. Throughout the bill's passage, the opposition and several media outlets staged protests both inside the Parliament chamber and outside. Despite the protests, the media regulation bill was passed by the Parliament on Tuesday. The government has asserted that amendments were made to address concerns raised by journalists to the first draft. The new law will merge the existing Maldives Media Council and Maldives Broadcasting Commission into a new regulatory body. The Minister of Youth Empowerment, Information and Arts, Ibrahim Wahid, states that the local media industry no longer trusts the existing regulatory bodies, the Maldives Media Council MMC and the Maldives Broadcasting Commission Broadcom. Speaking on PSM News' Raj Jamia the program about the recently passed Maldives Media and Broadcasting Regulation Bill, Minister Ibrahim Wahid positioned the new legislation as a crucial step towards restoring faith and addressing long-standing issues within the sector. The minister presented a stark assessment of the current landscape, challenging viewers to directly question media owners. At the heart of the new bill is a significant structural overhaul, the merger of the MMC and Broadcom into a single, independent body tasked with overseeing all media affairs. This unified commission under the new bill, as amended by Parliament, will comprise 7 members, with 4 appointed from the media industry and 3 from the public, a notable change from an earlier version of the bill that granted the President a role in appointments. Minister Ibrahim Wahid was keen to clarify the bill's scope, stating unequivocally that it applies only to registered media outlets in the Maldives and will not extend to social media of the public, content creators or social media activists. Beyond regulation, the minister highlighted the bill's commitment to nurturing the industry. Responding to criticism, the minister underscored that the Parliament-passed bill incorporates numerous amendments proposed by the government, effectively addressing journalists' concerns. He cautioned the public against misinformation, stating that opposition's arguments often refer to previous versions of the bill, not the significantly amended one. Minister Wahid also offered assurances to journalists, stating there would be nothing to worry about in the bill. This sentiment was echoed by the Counsel General of the Parliament, who has confirmed that the media bill contains no article contrary to the Constitution, reinforcing its legal robustness and intent to foster a more trusted and developed media landscape in the Maldives. The incumbent government under President Dr. Mohamed Moizu makes a firm commitment to facilitate the sale of Maldivian products in the international market. Maldivian manufacturers, particularly small and medium enterprises (SMEs), have long grappled with the lack of adequate market access. Recognizing this shortfall, the incumbent government under President Dr. Mohamed Moizu has made a firm commitment to facilitate the sale of Maldivian products in the international market. A cornerstone of this vision is a groundbreaking partnership with Alibaba, the world's largest and most popular e-commerce platform. The initiative kicked off with a major workshop that drew approximately 700 participants, both online and in person, signifying immense interest and positive reception from the business community. During the event, Zhang Tao, General Manager of Public Affairs for Alibaba, reiterated the platform's commitment to boosting demand for Maldivian products and expanding their market reach. He expressed optimism that this partnership would usher in a new era of progress for the Maldives' vibrant SME sector. Alibaba offers an unparalleled gateway to the global marketplace, boasting 50 million registered customers across more than 200 countries. The platform is leveraging cutting-edge AI tools to provide 3 core services designed to empower Maldivian businesses. Firstly, Alibaba will utilize AI for targeted advertising and marketing campaigns, reaching its vast customer base. Secondly, AI smart assistants will guide listers in optimizing their product pages for maximum visibility and appeal. Finally, manufacturers will benefit from data analytics that identify the latest market trends, enabling them to adapt and popularize their products effectively. Beyond the digital interface, the partnership addresses the crucial aspects of logistics and finance. Plans are underway to expand services to ensure products can be shipped seamlessly from any part of the Maldives to destinations worldwide. Financial transactions are streamlined through partnerships with local institutions, allowing Maldivian businesses to receive payments via the Maldives Islamic Bank (MIB) and the Bank of Maldives (BML). With over 200,000 suppliers and more than 200 million products listed across over 7,600 categories, Alibaba represents the largest market ever opened up for the Maldivian manufacturers. This initiative is pivotal to the government's ambitious goal of the creative industry accounting for 15% of the national product, underscoring the vital role of international export in achieving this economic transformation. This limitation has hindered their growth and the overall development of a robust, productive economy within the island nation. The First Lady Sajida Mohammed officially launches a new Health Establishment Management System, HEMS, a special software designed to provide citizens with accurate, verifiable information on all health facilities and the services they are authorized to offer. The launch took place during a ceremony held to mark this year's World Patient Safety Day. HEMS is set to enhance patient confidence and safety by allowing the public to verify the credentials of healthcare providers and professionals registered in the Maldives, as well as the specific services they are licensed to provide. The World Patient Safety Day event also saw the announcement of a new collaboration with Joint Commission International (JCI) to implement a patient safety pathway in 3 key hospitals across the country. This initiative will align practices with World Health Organization (WHO) standards to identify and apply best practices for patient safety. The 3 hospitals selected for this important program are Indira Gandhi Memorial Hospital (IGMH), Dharmawanta Hospital, and Addu Equatorial Hospital (AEH). In a further move to strengthen healthcare quality, a training program for JCI patient safety champions was also launched. The inaugural group consists of 7 champions who will be trained to operate on the front lines, ensuring that patients receive high standards of care, compassion, and protection. These champions will then be responsible for training staff at hospitals and healthcare providers throughout the country. This year's World Patient Safety Day theme emphasizes providing safety and care to newborns and children. A panel discussion was held to address this critical issue, with panelists sharing vital information on precautions during pregnancy and best practices for infant and child health care. Nestlé shares indicate slightly higher after the Swiss food giant announced chairman Paul Bulck would hand over earlier than expected to former Inditex CEO Pablo Ilsa. The company's shares, which have lost nearly 18% in the last 12 months, were indicated to open nearly 1% higher on the Zurich exchange. The announcement of Bulck's departure late on Tuesday accelerated the leadership changes at Nestlé, the maker of KitKat chocolate bars and Nescafé instant coffee, which has seen an unprecedented period of management turmoil. Pablo Ilsa had been due to succeed Bulck on April 2026, but now will be appointed on October 1st. The United Nations Human Rights Chief calls on Israel to immediately stop its ground assault on Gaza City that got underway, saying that evidence was mounting of war crimes, crimes against humanity, and possibly more. A United Nations Commission of Inquiry concluded on Tuesday that Israel has committed genocide in Gaza and that top Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, incited these acts, accusations that Israel called scandalous.
It's also important. The whole world screams for peace. Palestinians, Israelis scream for peace. Everyone wants an end to this. And what we see is a further escalation, which is totally and utterly unacceptable. And it is important for the people of Gaza. They cannot sustain yet another intensification of violence and destruction and killings and lack of humanitarian assistance that needs to come in.
UN Human Rights Chief Turk has not used the term genocide but is under pressure to do so. Asked if he would consider using the word genocide to describe Israel's actions in Gaza, Turk said, quote, "We see the piling up of war crime after war crime, or crime against humanity, and potentially even more. I mean, it's for the court to decide whether it's genocide or not, and we see the evidence mounting." Unquote. Freddie Peralta earns his National League best 17th win as the Milwaukee Brewers defeated the visiting Los Angeles Angels 9-2 in the opener of their 3-game series. Peralta, 17-6, allowed 1 run on 2 hits, striking out 10 and walking 2 over 6 innings in a 94-pitch outing. Christian Yelich recorded his 29th home run, a 2-run shot in the 4th inning, and extended Brewers' lead to 5-0, and chased Angels rookie starter Caden Dana. Denzer Guzman and Christian Moore hit solo homers for the Angels, who have now lost 5 straight games. Guzman's blast in the 5th marked his first career home run. Brewers, who clinched a playoff berth over the weekend, now hold the best overall record in the majors and maintained its 5-game lead in the NL Central over the Chicago Cubs, who defeated Pittsburgh earlier in the day. The Brewers scored in each of the first 4 innings, with Yelich contributing an RBI double in the first and Saul Frelick adding a sacrifice fly in the second. The Angels narrowed the deficit to 5-2 by the 7th inning before Brewers pulled away with 4 runs in the final 2 frames. Bruce Turang's walk with Andrew Vaughn's RBI double added a run in the 7th, while Jackson Chourio and William Contreras drove in 3 combined runs in the 8th. Dana lasted just 4 innings for Angels, allowing 5 runs on 8 hits. Peralta's dominant performance marked his 17th win of the season, reinforcing his status as one of the league's top pitchers. And that's all we have for now. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a pleasant day ahead.